Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm Kenzie, and my goal this summer is to explore as much of Colorado as I can, and I hope that you enjoy coming along on the journey with me, and can't wait to see what all we get to find in Colorado. Today we are up in Victor, Colorado. We're gonna go check out some of the abandoned mines up here. It's right up there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's right up there. We're gonna go check it out. This isn't the video that I had planned for today, so we're gonna make it work though, because what I filmed yesterday didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to, so we're making it work. So I don't know much about this area other than that it is an abandoned mine, and there are signs everywhere that state to be careful, as this area has been invasively mined, so gotta take that into account when you come up here. Come up, check out this mine first, and then head down. I'm gonna be honest, that was a little creepy, but look how massive that is. So the buildings behind me are the Teresa Mine. The history behind it is that the Teresa Gold Mining Company owned and operated this mine from 1895 until 1900. The company was purchased by Golden Cycle Mining Company after the turn of the century. Subsequently, this property was sold to the Vindicator Consolidated Gold Mining Company in 1922. The Vindicator Consolidated Gold Mining Company was then purchased by the United Gold Mines Company, whose properties later became part of the Golden Cycle Mining Company. The property was operated through the years by various sets of liaisons, alternating with the years of idleness. Much of the rock dump was removed for processing in 1946 at the Golden Cycle Mill in Colorado Springs. In 1986, additional properties of the dump were removed for heap leaching, the slopes graded and partially reclaimed. Production records indicate that the mine produced over 2 million in gold, or over 120,000 troy ounces. Pretty neat. Alright, so there's other areas you can go to over here as well, so we're going to check out some of those other areas. So let's go check it out. Just a little ways up, there's some more structures. There's one right there. That's probably the outhouse. Go check it out. Yeah, it looks like it was just the outhouse back in the day. Still pretty cool. Alright, let's keep going. Coming up on another building or mine till. I don't really know much about mining, to be honest, but like I said, this wasn't the video that I had planned, so I gotta do with what I got. So this building right here was what they used to store their explosives in the mine. And yeah, there's a whole bunch more of mining buildings over there, down there. We'll make our way. We'll get there. The Golden Cycle Mining Company was incorporated by David Moffat and Eben Smith in 1895. In 1900, the mine was purchased by J.T. Milken, who in turn sold control of the property to A&E Carlton for Vindicator Consolidation Gold Mining Company in 1915. By 1922, the Vindicator properties were controlled by the United Gold Mines until another Carlton interest. Consolidation of the various surface and underground plants followed the Vindicator number 1 shaft, serving the entire complex. The gold shaft was never reopened. The gold cycle produced gold valued at $23 million. Man, I really need to stop picking straight uphill filming videos, 'cause I swear, it takes everything out of me. I'm so tired and out of breath. But it's usually always worth the reward, so can't complain too much. It's nice out. Quiet, not many people, so no complaints in that aspect. There's another building right here. This building is another building that they used to hold their blasting for inside the mines. So the structures in front of me, those are the Lilly Mine property, and they were operated by the British-based Atlantic and Pacific Mining and Milling Company, was registered in London in 1889. The mine was located only on one claim of 7 acres, and although extensively mineralized to 800 feet, the company operation shut down in 1901. Liazzi's subsequently operated the mine, but built by 1906, the Lilly was sold to the adjoining Vindicator Consolidation Gold Mine. According to another sign, it's the BB House, owned by a gentleman who owned part of the mine. Pretty interesting. Another building over there. We'll go check that out. There's that other mining building. It's pretty closed off. They definitely don't want you down there, so looks like we might be able to get a little bit of a closer view down there, but pretty me. So up there is another mining shaft area, but also up over there is an active mine right now where they're actively mining, and I can somewhat hear them working up there. But so just because this part of the mine is shut down and abandoned does not mean that this area is totally not being mined still. There's some buildings up there, but you can't get up there, so it's all on that active mining property, so. I guess it's totally fine that I didn't know the history of this area before coming up here, because they have signs all over. The Gorita mine, the Gorita shaft, also known as the King or Vaughan shaft, was part of the transaction when the Independence Consolidation Gold Mining Company acquired the assets of Independence Town and Mining Company in 1900. At a later date, the shaft and surface plant were refurbished. The mine was operated by liaisons until 1942, when the federal government imposed the L-208 order and effectively shut down the country's gold mines. Although the group resumed leasing in 1945, the operation was closed down in 1948. So apparently where we're headed to next is the town of the Independence Town. So, all right, we'll keep going. If you guys like videos like this of abandoned mines and abandoned ghost towns, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to see more in the future, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because I'll be going to quite a bit more over this summer. So stay tuned. So that right there is that right there. It was the Greenwood mine was owned by the Anaconda Mining Company. The development of the mine began in 1902 to 1903. The company owned 100 acres of land with several mines operated by liaisons, including the Half Moon and Kitty M. By 1903, the Anaconda property brought the company $300,000 in royalties. The mine operated until 1959. pretty neat. Peaceful trail, I'll say that. The whole thing is like, the whole trail lines the whole mine, so you can just like enjoy a hike, but also kind of get to do a little bit of exploring within it. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that anywhere else here in Colorado, really. Usually places like this are pretty closed off to the public. They don't want the public seeing it. They don't want them being around it. But right here's another building. I don't see any signs around what this could have been, but I'm sure we will come across it. So, there's another building right there too. So the signs are probably down below. We're up above it right now, so. This whole area was a part of the mines though, so pretty crazy. I think some of those piles, like right here, I don't know how well you can tell, but there's kind of piles of rocks everywhere. I think that's the pile of rock waste that they are talking about in the signs that they have posted. The cool thing is that this trail is only, I think it said 2 miles long, and it loops back to where you park. So no matter what, when you come and do this hike, you're gonna loop back to where you parked your vehicle. And I know there's another mining area that you can go to that's not too far from here as well. It kind of does the same thing as this mine, old mine. So this set of mining is the Last Dollar Mine. Last Dollar Mine was located above you where the mine haul road now allows trucks and transport rock from one area of the mine to another. So that up there is the Last Dollar Mine. Says that it's still running today, so that's pretty neat. And I had to put bug off on, and I still don't think that it's working. There's so many mosquito bites right now, it's not even funny. It's so itchy. There's some more buildings over here. This was the Dunham Mine. The Dunham Mine was relatively small, liaisy operation with a shaft, hoist, house, and loading chute. No records of production figures are available. The Dunham was one of 500 working mines in the district at the turn of the 20th century. Many of the mines were located at the Vindicator Valley. So I think that's part of it as well. Not positive. There's signage everywhere though, so that one for sure is the Dunham Mine. So that one's for sure part of the Dunham Mine. So I do know like I was saying earlier, I do know that there's another like mining area over here that they kind of did this with. I think it's a little bit closer to Cripple Creek. We might go check it out, we might not, kind of depends on time. But yeah, I think this is awesome. I think it's really cool that you can come out here and see history in itself. You know, I mean, some of it's a little dilapidated. I mean, you got buildings that are slowly crumbling to the ground, but you know, I feel like they're doing a pretty good job at, you know, maintaining the whole park area for people to come and view it and see what's used to be here. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still part of Colorado's history and why people moved to Colorado back in the day. Some of the areas are open to explore. They don't have them closed off. Like right here is a spot where you can go in and explore. I don't think I'm gonna go just because it is rattlesnake season and I'm not interested in finding a rattlesnake today. Not on my to-do list. Okay, so I figured since we were pretty close to it, might as well check it out. We're gonna check out Winfield Scott Stratton, who was a miner here in Colorado. He actually is the reason for the School of Mines. And so we're gonna go check out the remains of his mine, called Independence Mine and Mill. And you can actually see where we just came from in the distance. Don't mind the rain clouds either. Hopefully can beat those out. So that building up there is the Independence Mine. Very interesting. No clue what it was. But whatever it was, they light it up at night. I don't know. There's not really like designated trail over here, so I'm not really sure where you're allowed and where you're not allowed. So I guess just remain respectful. I have no idea what these things are or what they would have been for, but they're all over. I feel like my anthropology professor would be disappointed in me. Alright, we're gonna try to make our way up over there somewhere. I don't know. If you do decide to come up here, definitely wear tennis shoes or hiking boots, because there's a lot of rusty nails all over the ground, and definitely don't want to step on that and get hurt, because the only way out of here is through helicopter, and the helipad is right over there. I don't know if you can see it, but definitely don't recommend it. So just remember to be careful coming up to places like this. So my goal is to get over there somehow. I don't really know how I want to do this. Some fresh deer prints, something. Definitely was up here not too long ago. Yeah, seems safe. Why not? It's over here. Neat. Oh yeah, there's a ton of nails up in here. So just remember, be careful if you come up here. This is awesome, dude. A whole bunch of stuff over here too. Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to get caught up here and get injured, that's for sure. So, maybe we would be a little bit more cautious of where we're going. Just because I definitely do not want to get injured while I'm up here. If you guys know what this is, I mean, drop a comment, educate me, because I got no idea. This time there are no signs telling you what things are. Someone's been staying here. I honestly have no idea. Whew, that was rough, but whew, I'm tired. That was a hefty hill, climbing at 11,000 feet. But if you like today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, and also if you want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Other than that, stay hydrated, have a good day, and I'll see you later.